So as we're taking this first part of the day to really take some time out for ourselves, we want to focus on our breath and connecting our breath to the movements today, to the stretches. So in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice, long, deep breaths to help create some balance this morning in our life. And whilst we're taking these deep breaths in and slow exhalations, think about something that you would like to get out of the stretch this morning. Maybe it's just to give your body some love or to loosen up the hips. We hold a lot of tension in our hips. And when we loosen our hips or we're able to let go of maybe some of the stresses in our day-to-day life, we start to feel our hips loosen because we do hold a lot of that angst in our hips. So with that, just open your eyes and we're going to come onto our backs this morning. So lying onto our backs with our feet hip-width apart. And just checking in, popping our hands underneath our lower back where the arch is, and making sure that we are not too jammed into the back of our mats, but we don't also have a huge arch. So just trying to wiggle our pelvis back and forth and finding a nice neutral position in the middle, and then releasing our hands, focusing on that deep breathing in, taking a deep breath in, and as we're releasing, squeezing our belly muscles towards that lower back region, and just starting to fire up our core muscles. And the reason why I love to work on core, and I know a lot of you here do that Pilates as well, is because it really helps take the pressure off our lower backs when we're moving, or walking, or we're exercising. So it's really important to learn to just have that core working as often as we can. So with your next exhalation, I just want us to lift. So lifting, curling up, lifting slowly up into a bridge position, and taking a deep breath in and then releasing. And doing this 3 times, so breathing in and release, lift, coming up to the top, squeezing our butts, trying to get some nice length through our spines. And then as we're exhalating, we release again back to the mat, and doing that one more time. And release. And just for a few moments here, we're going to lift knee over the hips, toes pointing up. Just going to go into a little bit of Pilates before we get into the stretch this morning. I want you to drop one leg, toes tap the ground and lift. Drop the other leg, toes tap the ground and lift. And what I'm trying to do here is fire up our core, make sure that our core's engaged, and just teach everyone this morning the simple way by doing this of actually just switching on that core. So once you start to do this, maybe 5 or 10 each side, you start to really feel maybe the belly muscles start to work, start to fire up. So just do 3 more each side. You might want to go a little bit quicker and take less break in between, trying not to move that lower back at all, and keeping the belly nice and tight the whole time. And when you've done that, hugging your knees into your chest. And just bring the feet gently to the ground again. We're going to take our right ankle and cross it over our left knee, opening up the hip, feeling where the hips are today. Mine are always pretty tight. Just using our right arm here, gently push that knee away and trying to create some length through that right hip. Then gently feeding our arms through our left thigh and lifting our leg up the ground. Bringing our thigh in towards us as we try to gently use our outer hip to push our right knee away from us. And holding there, popping that leg down, the left leg down, crossing the legs over now. Pardon me. So right knee over left knee. What we're going to do is just drop down to the to the right side. And opening up that left lateral area. You feel this in your left hip on the opposite side. If you like, take your left arm out nice and long, around shoulder height. Feeling that stretch from underneath your armpits through the top of the shoulder, underneath the armpits, to that left lateral side. And coming back into the center, releasing the legs, left ankle over right knee. And threading the hands through the right thigh and lifting up. And again, trying to push that left hip, that left outer hip away. Releasing the foot to the floor, popping the left knee over the right knee and dropping down to that left side, opening up the right. Releasing the arm nice and long, and also gently release your head. Looking over the right shoulder if you like. We're coming back into the center. Bring our knees into our chest. And just massage, hug them in nice and tight. Massage over the lower back. And releasing your left leg to the ground, hugging in the right knee. Trying to get the back of the thigh all the way into your mat, your left thigh all the way into your mat. Taking your left hand over to the outside of your right knee and starting to gently twist it over to the left side. Taking that arm, the right arm, nice and long, shoulder height. And gently dropping the neck over the right shoulder, getting another nice deep stretch up into the rib cage, the back of the ribs. And as you're breathing in here, taking nice, long, deep breaths, try and breathe into the back of your rib cage. Trying to get that shoulder onto the mat or as close as you can. Doing what feels right for your body this morning. And back into the center. Staying with this leg, we're going to pop our hands behind the back of the leg and lift our leg up nice and long and get a deep hamstring stretch here. So if you've got your towel nearby, if you like, you can pop your towel over your leg. I've got my strap. So if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can pop the towel or a strap over your foot and bring it in a little bit closer towards you. Shoulders out. Now we're going to take our leg out nice and long to the right, just using our right arm to hold the leg and opening it up there, trying to again not let our left hip roll up off the mat, trying to keep our left hip into the mat so you feel the stretch here in your outer hip as well and deep into your groin. With the next inhalation, breathing in, we come back into the center and taking it to the other side. And whilst we're doing this, what we're trying to do is keep our legs parallel as we can. Mine never do it, my hips are too tight, but trying to push that right outer hip away from our body, pushing it towards our toes and trying to get the stretch in there. And then next inhalation into the center and release that leg, bringing the left knee into the chest, hugging that knee nice and tight. Next inhalation, we lift the leg gently up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, and hold your leg to the back of the thigh. Pointing the toes down will help you get a deeper stretch into the back of your hamstring and into the back of your calf. And again, gently popping our right arm onto the ground, holding our leg with our left arm, bringing it out to the left side, opening up, trying to push our heels away, making sure our right leg, our right thigh is not lifting up too far off the ground, ensuring that you just let your body go where it feels right. It might feel tighter, looser on this side. Bringing it up into the center with the next inhalation, taking the right arm over the leg, bringing it over to the right side, and again trying to push that left outer hip away, creating some length and space into this hip socket, into the joints with each breath. And bringing that leg back into the center and releasing. Bring those knees back into the chest. Little massage, rocking side to side. Releasing any tension in the lower back. Little circles in a clockwise direction. And then in an anti-clockwise direction. And once again, knees stacked over hips. We'll take the left arm to the outside of the left leg, our right arm to the outside of the left leg. We'll just gently twist our knees that are stacked on top of each other to the right side. Extending our left arm at shoulder height, nice and long, and then gently dropping our head to look over our left shoulder. And holding here for a moment again. If you're feeling tension in that outer hip, try to breathe into that hip area and gently, with each exhalation, try and get a little bit deeper into that stretch. A little bit more release, maybe pushing that outer hip a little bit more towards your heels, the end of your mat. And with your next inhalation, gently coming into the center, and we'll go to the other side. So left arm outside of right knee, gently dropping. Right arm nice and long, gently dropping the neck. Nice, looking good. And with your next inhalation, bring the neck back into the center. Bringing the knees back into the center, hugging them in nice and tight. And then releasing your legs gently to the mat. So on our backs now, we're going to gently roll over. If you need to use your elbows, roll over onto our fronts. I'm going to do a little bit of upper back work to open up our chest and open up our upper backs. This helps, especially seeing as we hunched over our laptops and our computers. So hands by your chest here, you have your chin down to the ground. All we're going to do, so toes nice and long, trying to get your thighs nice and firm into the mat. All we're going to do is half lift, taking the chest off the ground, holding, squeezing the shoulders back, opening up our chest, looking up if you can. So looking up gives you a nice stretch through the front of your neck. And releasing, breathing in again, and with the exhalation lifting, trying to lift that little bit higher, making sure our chest is open, our shoulders are fairly relaxed, elbows are tucked in, lifting up the head, and releasing, and doing one more, trying to get a little bit more length each time. We do it, holding, taking a breath in, and releasing on the next one. So with the next one, we're going to extend that. So that was like our cobra pose for our yogis. We're going to extend into our upward dog. So what that looks like is we bring our thighs off the ground, our chest is still open, and we power through those arms, making sure that our elbows are facing inward a little bit, and our hands are directly underneath the shoulders, and then we release, knees to the ground, dropping our hips to the ground, chest to the ground, and then chin to the ground. Taking a deep breath in, and then with the exhalation, lifting chin, lifting chest, shoulders back, lifting hips, lifting knees off the ground, squeezing your core, keeping that core nice and tight, lifting the neck a little bit, getting that stretch through the neck, and releasing again, release the knees, release the hips, bending those elbows, releasing the chest, release the chin, and one more. Inhale, exhalation, and lift, peeling off. And from here, one more release. Knees back, hips back, chest back. And taking a nice deep breath here. Taking your arms out nice and long, chin to the mat. And just taking a moment to relax. Bringing our hands back to our chest, bent elbows, lift up. Coming into a tabletop. So our hands are directly underneath our shoulders, hips stacked on top of our knees. Feet are about hip width apart. And just drop into our heels and lift. Drop forwards. Might feel a deep stretch here in the back of your wrists. Still nice and gently. And with the next one, we'll start on the right side and start to form big circles. I'm doing clockwise. I know it looks anti-clockwise. Big circles, trying to keep the arms nice and long. It stretches the back of that wrist area as well. And just getting some movement in those hips, getting the hips warm, nice and warm. Go the other way. Go the other way when you get to the back. Coming over the arms. It's okay to freely move here. Go free form. Do what feels good. I like to lift a little bit. My hips get very, very, very sore, very tight. Whatever feels good right here. And gently coming back into your tabletop. From here, we curl our toes under. Going to lift our hips back, lift our knees off the ground, and come into a downward dog. Dropping our heads, aligning our hands. Making sure our index fingers are facing forward, elbows are pointing inwards, lifting up onto the toes, dropping the heels, lifting up onto the toes, dropping your left heel, bending your right knee, trying to get some more length through your hamstring. We've stretched out the hamstrings a little bit. You might be getting a little bit closer to the mat. Next inhalation, lift up nice and tall onto the toes, drop that right heel, bend the left knee, and hold. And then back up onto the tippy toes and drop both heels to the left side. Try not to bend your arms here and look up underneath your left armpit if you can. Feel a nice lateral stretch there through your hips. Coming back up into the center, then dropping to the right side. Back up into the center, drop to the left side. Look underneath your right armpit this time. And with the next inhalation, up onto the toes, drop off to the right side, looking under the left armpit if you can. And back up into the center, onto your tippy toes. Drop to your knees there if you need to. Come into a child's pose for a moment. Give the arms a break. And lifting back up into your tabletop, curling your toes under, lifting up through the hips and back into the downward dog. Bring your toes close together. Lift, if you like, your right leg or stay in downward dog. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Try and keep the integrity and the strength through your arms. Keep the hips facing forward. Try and get that knee a little bit higher. And then bring it in, knee into your chest. Bring it to the outside of your right hand. If you need to, we drop our knee here. And if you can here, getting a little bit lower, trying to get those elbows to the ground. Lizard, this is called a lizard pose. And if you can't, that's fine, stay in the full arm. Keep that nice deep stretch through your right hip flexor. You feel it in your groin. And with the next inhalation, lift up onto your right arm only. Take your left arm up, above your head. And even look up towards your fingertips. And with your next inhalation, only if you can, taking the arm out nice and long, try and reach for your leg. Try to reach for your leg. And as you do this, you might want to come up onto your fingertips. You might have a book to grab or a block. We inhale, we exhale, we gently twist, opening up our chest, looking up towards the sky. So we're getting the stretch down the front of our left leg, so our quad muscle, as well as the back of our right leg, the groin. And gently release. Release the leg. Hands back to the ground. Taking the knee off the ground and moving the right leg back into downward dog. I'm holding here for a second. You should feel a significant difference now between the right groin area and the left. So we'll bring our toes close together again. We lift that left leg up, come up onto your right tippy toe, bend the knee, open up the hip. If you can go long leg. Look under that left armpit if it serves you today. And with the next inhalation, turn the hips face forward again, knee into the chest, and take the leg outside of that left hand. Drop the knee if you need to. Lift. And if you like this morning, or if you did it on the other side, trying to get those hands closer to the ground. Your elbows might be able to touch the ground, they might not. That's fine. And taking that left hand, lining it up with your left foot. We're going to come onto the fingertips of our right hand and do a gentle twist. So flip that around so we're facing in. Opening up the palm of the hand, looking up gently towards your ceiling or the sky. And if you can, taking out that arm nice and long, coming up onto the fingertips of the left hand and trying to reach back and grab your right toes, your right foot, inside, outside, whatever works for you this morning. And gently twisting your right shoulder away from the ground, opening up that chest. Letting go of the leg, coming back down, hands onto the ground, knee off the ground, we'll come back into that downward dog position. And just walking it out here, walking it out. Both heels to the ground. From here, lifting up onto our toes, rolling over our toes and coming into a plank position. Keeping that core nice and tight. Bringing our left hand into the center. We're going to start to gently twist. So we come onto the outer edge of our left foot and our left toes. Gently twist and stack the plank into a left side plank. Hands up above the head. If you can't do this, that's fine. Drop down to the elbow, drop down to your hips if you need to. And if you like, I want to go a little bit stronger. We're going to bend our right knee and bring it up and over. So we're opening up our plank, chest up towards the sky, getting some nice length through the body. And then closing that up, so stacking those knees, hips, ankles, and coming over into that plank position. Drop to the knees if you need to. If you can keep going, we come over onto our right hands, stack the knees, hips, and ankles on top of each other. Open this up. Doing side-to-side planks is fantastic for building up our strength in your rotator cuff muscles, in the shoulders. So holding there, you can always drop there if you need to. Just trying to get that length through the hips there and through the lateral side of the body. And again, if you like to, you can come through here, or bend there, or lift up, open up. Just try and get a little bit more length through the hips, opening up that chest. Coming in to the side, back into a plank, drop to the knees, and come into the child's pose. And just taking a few deep breaths here. Trying to reach your bums down to the base of your knees, so reaching out through your fingers and trying to get that length into your lower back. Heart rate might be a little bit high here now, so taking nice deep breaths in and releasing. Letting go of anything that might have come up for you through that, the I couldn't, didn't work for me, and really stepping into that space of gratitude for everything that your body did do for you today. It served us all well. And with the next breath in, as you exhale, lift up nice and gently. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. And take one more deep breath in here. Smile on the face, and as you release, open up the eyes. And take a moment to say thank you to yourself for giving yourself this time today. And thank you for sharing it with me.
Thank you, Helen. Thanks, Helen.
Thank you.
Very much. Guys, have a great day.
Everyone have a